Milk Minute!
Hi! I'm Jenna Castro, a MAPE teacher. So aside from being a MAPE teacher, I'm also a dance choreographer. I used to choreograph different genre of dances, particularly festival dance. I would like to share with you my experience in this kind of dance. When I'm teaching this kind of dance, festival dance, I always consider the history, the story that depicts this particular dance or festival dance. There must be a storyline in their dance routine. So another thing to consider is the musical elements or the music of the dance. Its musical elements or characteristics like the tempo, yung beat, yung meter. Dito mo makikita yung fast beat ba, slow beat ba. It depends upon the culture of the festival. Because music will set the mood, drop the beat, and it creates the motivation needed to start moving. So in general, a certain place or a certain province has its own musical or has its own festival music. Your culture, your music. Because the greatness of a culture can be found in their festivals. Thank you!
You're listening to SDO Isabela Radio Base Instruction.
Come on, Mape!
Yay!
Mape paawit, Mape pagguhit, Mape sayaw at Mape lusog ka. When learning continues in Mape Edukalidad. Hey!
When learning continues in MAPE Edukalidad.
Good day, everyone! Are you excited for today's learning adventure? Wow, I cannot wait either! Welcome to our first episode in MAPE Arts 7 4th Quarter with the title Festivals of Aklan, Cebu, and Batangas. I am Teacher April, your radio teacher for today.
Wow!
And I'll give you an exciting lesson that you'll surely enjoy. So focus, lend me your ears and attention for today's lesson. But before we start, you must have with you your pen, paper, and notebook because you are advised to take down important notes. Also, don't forget to attend your personal necessities that they may interfere with your listening later. Always remember that having a healthy mind is just as important as a healthy body. Are you familiar with that music? Very good. That is one of the music of Mindanao that you have learned in our previous lesson in music. So before we start another learning journey, let's recall your past lesson. Do you still remember it? Let's recall the vocal music of Mindanao. Mindanao music is a mixture of Malay, Indian, and Muslim music. Mindanao and Sulu are known for their kulintang music. This kulintang music is an instrumental music where different types of gongs are used. Both vocal and instrumental traditions of Mindanao and Sulu are rich. Songs are used to express their thoughts and feelings. Instruments, on the other hand, are used in performing ensemble music as well as to accompany dances. We also learned about the Moro or Islamic music. The two distinct types of song. First is the chant, a lyrical rendition of different improvised texts. Yakans do his or her chanting through solo and counter, or group singing. The three famous everyday chants are the Lugo, Kalangan, and Sail or Lunsay. The Mananaos also have an extensive vocal repertoire such as Dikir, a sacred song highlighted by the quotations from the Quran, and Bayok, traditionally performed during wedding rites. The second distinct type of Islamic music is the lullaby, a chant style or chant formula used in rocking a baby to sleep. It was emphasized that the vocal music of Mindanao is indigenous. It has long melodic lines which are chanted. Their music is usually accompanied by indigenous instruments such as kulintangan, an ensemble of 6 to 8 hanging melodic gongs in a row, hang on ropes in a pyramidal order, with the smaller and higher pitched gongs near the top. Another is the agung, a large, deep-rimmed gong, vertically suspended, hang in wooden frames. We learned also their bamboo ensemble such as gabang, a native xylophone on Sulu, and sironggagandi, a guitar-like made of bamboo. And lastly, they have also a solo instrument called kujapi. It is a 2-string placked lute instrument made of wood, and suling is made mainly of tamiang bamboo, a long thin-walled bamboo tube. Before we start our discussion, let's have first a very simple activity. Will that be awesome? Yes! This activity will test prior knowledge on the selected festivals in the Philippines. There's no need for you to write your answers. Just tell it to yourselves and see if you got the correct answer. I guess everyone is now ready. Let's start. For our first question. Ati-atihan is a festival celebrated in blank. A. Aklan, B. Batangas, C. Cebu City, and D. Davao. Time's up. The answer is A. Aklan. Ati-atihan is a festival celebrated in Aklan. If you'll get the chance to visit the place in the month of January, you may witness the festival dance with colorful costumes, dancing and chanting halabira in Aklan for their Ati-atihan festival. Wow! Question number 2. Sinulog is a festival dance celebrated in blank. A. Aklan, B. Batangas, C. Cebu City, and D. Davao. Time's up. The answer is C. Cebu City. Sinulog is a festival dance celebrated in Cebu City. This event is celebrated to honor Santo Niño. The word sinulog means graceful dance, wherein it all started in 1980 with a simple dance representing the sulog, or current of a river in Cebu. Wow! Question number 3. Sublian is a festival dance celebrated in blank. A. Aklan, B. Batangas, C. Cebu City, and D. Davao. Time is up. The answer is B. Batangas. Sublian Festival is a 2-week celebration in Batangas that culminates on July 23rd of every year. Today, the Sublian Festival features not just devotional dance song, but street dancing, indigenous Filipino games, and harana or serenade. Wow! Did you enjoy our first activity, my dear students? Yes! Great! Now, what are the 3 festivals that we mentioned in the activity we just did? Good job! We have Ati-Atihan Festival of Kalibo Aklan, Sinulog Festival of Cebu City, and Sublian Festival of Batangas. Yay! Buckle up, kids! We are now ready to travel and experience our country's grand festivals. Without a doubt, making it more fun in the Philippines. Say hooray if you are excited! Great! Let's savor the fun of tracing. After this episode, you are expected to identify the musical characteristics of selected Philippine festival and theatrical forms through video or live performance. Let's begin. Our lesson for today are the festivals of Aklan, Cebu, and Batangas. Filipinos love to have fun, and it's obvious in the way they celebrated fiestas or festivals. Fiestas or any community celebration usually feature music, dancing, and food feast. It is performed through beats of percussion instruments by a community of people sharing the same culture, usually done in honor of patron saints or thanksgiving of a bountiful harvest. No wonder each province has its own Filipino fiestas that they are very proud of. Wow! Oh, did you hear that sound? I think we are here on our first stop at Kalibo Aklan. Here's everything you need to know about Ati-Atihan Festival. Did you know that the Ati-Atihan Festival, known as the wildest of the Philippine festivals? Ati-Atihan means make-believe atis, wherein participants portray the native of Kalibo Aklan called Ati or Aitas. It is a week-long festival held annually every 3rd week of January that consists of tribal dance parade with drum music, costumes, and indigenous accessories to honor the Santo Niño or the Holy Child Jesus. People cheer and shout Halabira and Viva Santo Niño to encourage enthusiasm and continuous dancing for the duration of the festival. Now listen to this music. Rhythm and tempo of Ati-Atihan Festival, the beat of the bass drum and the rhythm produced by tinkling of metals and stone on bottles creates a monotonous and lively sound. The tempo varies from lively and fast to very fast and lively. The music is everywhere in the crowd, often shout in response to the beat and the rhythm being produced. These drum beats can be heard also during late nights as part of the celebration. The repeated heavy strikes on the bass drums and the rhythmic tinkling of metal and stones on bottles echo in the air during festival. Monotonous and vibrating, the music explodes a while, then stops to wait for a response from the audience. Drum beats continually while everyone shouts and yells in response to the rhythm being heard. Did you learn a lot about the Ati-Atihan Festival and its musical characteristics? Yes! Now, get on the plane and we will go to Cebu City. Say Halabira if you're ready. Halabira! kids, we're here at Cebu City. Are you excited to know more about this place? The Sinulog Festival is an annual cultural and religious festival held on the third Sunday of the January in the city of Cebu to honor the Santo Niño, commemorate the Filipino rejection of their former religious views, and acceptance of Christianity. The word Sinulog means like the water current, and it is actually the name of the steps that the dancers perform. The petitioners often yell out, "Pit Señor." They flock to the festival for prayer requests and thanksgiving while dancing, believing that Santo Niño will hear them. Different groups of dancers dressed in colorful attire are accompanied by rhythmic music of the drums, percussions, trumpets, and native gongs. Now, my dear students, listen to this music of Sinulog Festival. The tempo of the Sinulog Festival is lively and happy. They use instruments such as drums, gongs, trumpets, and other band instruments to make it more festive. If you have planned to visit this place, make it sure you won't miss the chance to watch and enjoy the Sinulog Festival. Amazing, right? For the last time, let me hear you shout, "Pit Señor!" Bye-bye, Cebu! Let's go, kids! Get on the plane and we will go to our last destination. Batangas, here we come!
Mabuhay lungsod ng Batangas!
What is that sound? Are you familiar with it? I know it. It is the Sublian Festival. Say hooray if you are ready to know more about this festival. Sublian Festival is an annual celebration on the 23rd day of July, reflecting the Batangueños' commitment and great love to their town's patrons, the Holy Cross of Bawan and Agoncillo, and Santo Niño of Batangas City. It was originally a religious ceremony that involves praying, eating, dancing the subli, and singing verses with a strict skeletal melody. This religious commitment was translated to subli, a dance local to Batangas. Traditionally, the subli comes from two words, sub-sub, bending your body forward or downward, and bali, broken. Thus, throughout the dance, male dancers are in trunk forward bend position to give the impression of broken bodies. At present, the Sublian Festival features street dancing, harana, or singing of Filipino courtship songs, indigenous Filipino games, and lupakan or sharing of nilupak, a delicacy made from cassava, sweet potato, or banana. Oh, that is one of my favorite native cakes. Okay, my dear students, let's listen to this music while imagining that we are eating nilupak. The song is in the tempo 116 beat per minute with a time signature of 4/4. At 116 BPM, it's an allegretto, which means that the tempo is fairly brisk or moderately fast. How about you? What can you say about the music of Sublian Festival? You got it right. The Sublian music is in the tempo of allegretto, which means moderately fast. Traditionally, it was performed with chanting and accompanied by drums, and it was originally a religious ceremony that involves praying, eating, dancing the subli, and singing verses with strict skeletal melody. Now, my dear students, how do you find our trip? Awesome! I know you really enjoyed our travel. It was a great opportunity to introduce to you some of the festivals in the Philippines, particularly the Ati-Atihan, Sinulog and Sublian Festival. Now let's have a recap with our lesson for today. At the count of 3, join me to identify their musical characteristics. Let's go! Let's start with the Ati-Atihan Festival of Kalibo Clan. The beat of the bass drum and the rhythm produced by the tinkling of metals and stone on bottles creates a monotonous and lively sound. The tempo varies from lively and fast or vivace to very fast and lively or vivacissimo. People cheer and shout Halabera and Viva Santo Niño. Another is the Sinulog Festival. The tempo of the Sinulog Festival is lively and happy. They use the instruments such as drums, gongs, trumpets, and other band instruments to make it more festive. They often yell out, Pit Señor. And lastly, the Sublian Festival. The music is in the tempo of allegretto, which means moderately fast, and it was performed with chanting accompanied by drums. You are learning fast. This time, let's check if you have truly understood our lesson. I will be giving some questions about the selected festivals that we mentioned a while ago. Pick your choice from the choices given. Don't forget to write your answers on your notebook. Are you ready?
Yay!
Awesome! Let's begin with the question number 1. This festival was named after the natives of a clan which is held annually on the 3rd week of January for a week consisting the tribal dance parade along the streets with music and costumes complete with indigenous accessories in honor of the Santo Niño or the Holy Child Jesus. A. Ati-Atihan, B. Sinulog, or C. Kadayawan, and D. Sublian. Question number 2. Which of the following is the characteristic of Ati-Atihan Festival? A. The tempo varies from lively and fast or vivace to very fast and lively or vivacissimo. B. The music is in the tempo of allegretto, which means moderately fast. C. The movement of the dancers is like a water current. Or D. Sometimes they use improvised instruments. Question number 3. This festival is held on the 3rd Sunday of January in Cebu that commemorates the rejection by the Filipinos of their former animist belief and the acceptance of Christianity. A. Ati-Atihan, B. Sinulog, C. Kadayawan, and D. Sublian. Question number 4. In the Sinulog Festival, the petitioners often yell out blank. A. Halabera, B. Viva Santo Niño, C. Pit Señor, or D. Tara na! Question number 5. This is a dance form that originated in Batangas. It features street dancing, harana, indigenous Filipino games, and the native delicacy called lupakan. A. Ati-Atihan, B. Sinulog, C. Kadayawan, and D. Sublian. It's a time to check your answer. What is the answer for the question number 1? That's correct. The answer is A. Ati-Atihan Festival. What about question number 2? That's right. The answer is letter A. One of the characteristics of Ati-Atihan Festival has the tempo that varies from lively and fast to lively and very fast. Let's answer number 3. You got it right. The answer is Sinulog Festival. What about question number 4? The petitioners often yell out blank. The answer is C. Pit Señor. You nailed it to 5 points. If your answer for item number 5 is D. Sublian Festival. This is a dance form that originated in Batangas. It features street dancing, harana, indigenous Filipino games, and the native delicacy called lupakan. You got a perfect score. Very good. For those who did not, it's okay. You will get your chance to do better next time. I suggest you can also answer the other tasks provided on your learning activity sheets and modules to better enhance your knowledge on the lesson. And in case you have queries, do not forget to text or call your subject teacher for you to be guided properly. My dear students, this is all for today. Thank you for being with me in this trip. Always wear your face mask and face shield wherever you go. Make it a habit to wash your hands. Together as one, we can win this battle against COVID-19. On behalf of the scriptwriter, Jenna S. Castro from Alicia National High School, together with the RBI production team, this has been your teacher on air, April Joyce L. Castueras, saying the greatness of a culture can be found in its festivals. Goodbye and keep safe, everyone.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela!